All right, what we're going to do today should be sort of interesting. We're going to take a look at Scatfetis' midweek defense. It's currently Friday at around 5 Central. We're going to look at what he's got on defense, the role each monster plays, and what a possible counter might be. I've already picked the counter, and I think this is what I'm going to try, and I'll explain why, and we're going to let it auto. I don't really expect it to succeed, but we're going to see. We're going to see, and I want to give it a try to see kind of how the elements play out, and really it's going to be a sustained race. So let's take a look at his defense. We got Psamathe leader, 33% speed lead. Everybody knows what he does. He's just a mess. He's going to be stunning. He's going to be resetting. He's going to be hitting really hard. The strip on 1. Yep. So Psamathe lead. Camilla is going to be the tanky, bruisery damage dealer. She just hits really hard and doesn't die. Now, the two other monsters are what is going to make this fight interesting, and really what you have to plan for if you're going to be fighting it. So the Nigong is a normal pioneer, except for this third skill. Revives all allies with 30% HP and soul protection on allies that are alive. Pretty crazy. Long cooldown, though, but that's going to be an AoE revive. This is the slight little heal that's annoying but good, and this is the sleep that when it lands, it's rare, it's a 25%, but when it lands, it's devastating. The other monster we're going to be kind of watching out for is Vivachel. Another annoying turn 1 or skill 1. We've got an attack bar absorb, which is takes it from you, gives it to her, so it's going to speed her up kind of under the radar, and a chance to sleep. The crazy thing about this is that it hits harder according to attack speed. So you can build her really tanky and really fast, which is what you would want anyway, and this is going to hit pretty hard. This is another minor AoE heal, but still a heal, and 1 turn immunity for everybody. And this is the ability that makes her so good. Switches the attack bar and HP of the enemy, excluding the boss and another target. This effect can't be resisted and ignores immunity. So, resist doesn't matter, immunity doesn't matter, and she's going to put you in range for the nuke from the other two monsters. So my theory on how I would want to approach this is, 1, these two monsters, the light and the dark monster, Nigong and Vivachel, those skills I can't have those skills going off like they want them to, so I need them to reset. So my theory behind Okeanos is he's not going to target the water monsters, so he's only going to target the light dark monsters, and hopefully will reset them and stun them. So that's my theory on how that'll work. We've got 3 passives here in the Psamathe, the Camilla, and the Vivachel, so Tesarion seems like a great pick. I set Tesarion as lead just because my other leads are accuracy and HP to wind, and I feel like resist might help me with some of those first skills from the Nigong and the Vivachel, might help me resist the skill cooldown from the Psamathe, so I think that's my strongest play. The other consideration would be accuracy for Okeanos, because his accuracy is only 26%. It would help the Okeanos, it would help the Tessa. If I don't land things, I'm going to regret that choice, but we're going to see. The purpose of Perna is to provide, some healing regardless of what's going on. So Perna's going to hit really hard. Perna's going to provide the healing. Hopefully, after the defense break gets laid down by Tesarion, Perna will clean up. That's kind of my thought. And then the Eladriel is there for when things go wrong, and things will go wrong. All 3 of my fire monsters are responsible for tanking the 2 water monsters, and Eladriel is there to bring them back up after they inevitably die. So, let's see how it goes. We're going to put on auto, and we're going to see how the defense works and see how this auto offense works. My only reservation is I might not have enough sustain, and I might get slightly controlled, and there's nothing in this comp that can really deal with that. And I have no doubt I'm going second, because with that speed lead and these monsters, I bet they are fast. So here we go. Let's see what happens. Hit and play. So Vivachel immunity'd up. Rain of Stones into the immunity. Unfortunate, but predictable. Overwhelm gets a stun. Tessa apparently wants Nigong, which is the one without a passive, so not a great start there. All right, we got the early switch, which is really nice. Oh, never mind. I thought that was nice, but the attack bar was lower than I thought. Luckily, we healed into it, and it was on Eladriel, which is the unit he wants him on. So we've used both of the big skills that I was worried about, so that's sort of interesting. Now it's just a matter of, can they nuke down the right monster before I get nuked down? Luckily, my monsters are all pretty tanky. Healing music is already back up, so that was, I think, a 3-turn cooldown. So we're about halfway to her crazy switcheroo again. It's kind of interesting to watch. Ooh, here comes the Camilla hit. Boom. Resist. Still working. Okay, good. Nope, I thought that was going to be a skill reset. All right, Tessa's down. Tessa's up. And we continue. So as soon as she can switch things up, it's going to be a real problem. Oh, Rain of Stone's excellent. Not into immunity this time. I was kind of lucky because it could have just as easily had immunity up. All right. Going after that dark monster. Looks like we're going to get the kill. Can I reset the Nigong before the revive comes up? And while tanking these other two ridiculous monsters. Additional turn, that's nice. That means my reset should be back up. But there's the res. So I'm assuming they'll work on Vivachel again. I'm a little bit worried that her skills will be fully cooldown. I don't see. Or off cooldown, I guess is more accurate. So Perna is down, but has the res. That's nice. We're tanking it out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with how that's working. It could have easily just gone the other way. So he's got a... This is obviously kind of a super stall, but with some bite kind of a defense, which is great because it scares off people that don't want to take a lot of time. And if you hit it with something that you think you can kill it in one turn, it'll just kill you right back really fast. All right, let's see if we can't get her down again before Nigong brings her back up. All right, so she's down again. And now we're working on Nigong. Maybe we'll get a chance this time. Perna's down for good, so we're relying on Eladriel's res to be back up. Not sure if it is. With a 2-turn sleep, that's not super helpful, so the resist lead didn't help there. Didn't get a stun out of that. Still got him Oblivion, which is not really going to matter. He obviously has a crazy amount of HP. Oh, he missed the cooldown. That's a bummer. We'll probably see Vivachel again real soon. So what's kind of nice about massive crowd control, like sleeps and Hathors and stuff, is in Arena, you will get... the tower will swipe you and wake you up, so that's kind of nice. In RTA, you have no such luxury. All right, so Vivachel is back up again, and looks like so is Perna, but Eladriel's looking pretty low, and Okeanos is also going down. So definitely getting outsustained pretty heavily right now. And I'm worried about what Vivachel's going to do. So the defense is working great. The two water monsters are just wrecking the fire like they're supposed to. Had Vivachel down a couple times, but that Nigong is a tough out. If I had to guess, I would bet it's has pretty decent resist, and you know it has tons of HP because it just does not want to die. And I think that's the right way to build it. So we've got Camilla Oblivioned. That's something. I don't know if it's going to really matter, but it's kind of nice, right? That's kind of the goal. Oh, Tessa's down. We're down to 2. So now we're not going to be able to out-res what's happening. So we're just going to... So I could take the draw here, but I want to see what happens. So Perna had the res back up. Vivachel keeps doing her thing. It'd be interesting to try this with not on auto. I don't know that I would use this team, though, because this team would be... I mean, I don't think I would do much different than what auto's doing here. I mean, I wouldn't do certain skills into immunity, things like that. I'd try to use the cooldowns a little wiser, but the amount of tank that's happening is... I mean, this is what's going to happen even if you control it. Like, it's not a big... There's not going to be that big of a difference. It's tanking well. It's doing a lot of damage. That slow is interesting on the Camilla, too. Like, that's... No, I don't think that's to be underrated. So we got the defense break. Maybe we'll get to see Vivachel do her thing one more time. Yeah, there's just not enough time for everybody to live. I guess I'll just let him kill me off. It's not going to be too far from now. So kind of a cool defense to take a look at. I like trying to see how the AI will handle certain situations. I feel like the Okeanos pick was solid. Like that was a good call for those cooldowns. And the Tessa pick was conceptually okay. I don't think it really did much. I don't think the Oblivion did a whole lot. A wiser pick might be a Raccoon just to get a little more sustain and maybe a little more burst onto my Perna. But then I wouldn't have any defense break at all. So maybe my new Fire Monkey King would be a good choice here. So that's how it goes. That was the thought behind it. That was what I thought he was trying to do with his defense. And you saw, I mean, very effective. So, yep. Moving on down. So, let's see. He must be really high ranked right now. What is he? Yep, number 2. Number 2 with a bullet. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'd like to do more content like that just because I find it interesting when people analyze top defenses and hit them in interesting ways. You know, not just cleaving or bombing or whatever, just trying different things. So, if you liked it, subscribe, follow, all that YouTube-y stuff, and I will catch y'all next time, guys. Take care, everybody.